Part 6, In the Beginning. Many eons ago, there was a decision to be made whether or not Earth and its inhabitants were to continue with the current hologram of Earth, or to start anew and release all that was created back into the ethers. There were multidimensional light beings from all over the multiverse that helped to create Mother Earth. When greed, corruption, and negativity took over, the decision was to continue with the experiment at hand, as too much had been planned and created to start all over again. So the call for help was made, to bring in light enforcements, and to tip the scales back into balance. It was after the Second World War that the plan was to bring in a significant amount of light to shift the planet and society. The darkness had overtaken too much in the world for humans and the planet to survive. There would soon be a tipping point of no return. The cry for help reached out into the universes, and there were waves of volunteers that would come through to hold and anchor the light. These way-showers, light workers, and creators arrived, showing others that there is another way. The first wave of volunteers had a difficult time with challenging Ascension symptoms and deep emotions that were released from their own traumas. Many chose to end their lives as it was too difficult to be in the lower vibrational energies. However, they helped immensely with the time that they were here on Mother Earth. The second wave are the ones who were helping humanity and Mother Earth ascend in this very moment. These gentle souls are sensitive, generous, and hold deep compassion. There are layers within this group of teachers. The time is now for all light workers and way showers to rise, teach, and aid Mother Earth and her inhabitants in the way that you feel called to do. The third wave are the creators. They are the children now. These light beings will create a new sustainable way of living with advanced, free technologies to move into the new earth. These beings will be open to loving a person, whether they are female or male, as it does not matter the gender of the person. It only matters who the person is on the inside. This is the way moving forward for all humans. To be in a relationship, no matter the gender, as you will be drawn to the person because of their energy and who they are in their heart. The new earth will have a more balanced life for animals, nature, and humans to coexist in a loving, sustainable way. In the years to come, there will be more upheaval and breaking through the boundaries that were once set in place. The turmoil that many will experience will eventually be positive and turn into a deeper sense of peace and enlightenment of all that is. There will be more kindness and a deeper knowing that there is more to life than you are currently experiencing. All words for God, Creator, Christ, Buddha, Allah, Jehovah are all one. There will be a uniting of all on Mother Earth, a joining of light forces through love. The walls of keeping humanity separate through their beliefs will be diminished. A feeling of gratitude and connection will be felt throughout all living beings. Yes, this is a grand experiment, and change is coming for all that want to move forward in love and uniting with all that is. There once was a time of connection to all living matter on this planet. When greed and corruption took over Earth and changed the outcome that was originally planned, this too changed the plan for the multidimensional light beings who created this planet. That is what is happening to humans at this time. Be open to the changes that are now happening to your minds, bodies, and souls. These changes are bringing back the connection to the heart and equal balance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. The spiritual growth that will transcend humanity over the next few years is astronomical. That is why there are many lightworkers present at this time. Lightworkers and way showers are the wisdom keepers that bring insight, clarity, and healing to humans. They do not interfere with another's life path or mission. They provide guidance into the unknown, and with the help of spirit, shift the population into the new era. The time is now to go within and release all that does not serve you, as the planet shifts into the fifth dimension. Souls that want to continue to learn in the third dimension will remain in the 3D version of Earth. Once the shift is made into the fifth dimension, most of the planet will not be the same as it is today. This brings a smile to our faces, as we have been waiting for this moment for a millennium. There will be unity with the ones that are in the fifth dimension, and the negative emotions such as fear, worry, doubt, and concern will be eliminated. One will know by simply thinking of the light, meditating on the light, and being one with the light. This is what is needed to maintain a higher vibration and overall wellness to one's being. This is what will occur in the fifth dimension. This is the beginning of expansion. Knowing that you are capable of anything, being anything you want, and your desires can be manifested. In this vibration, the materialism and fame that are associated with the third dimension are gone. There is no longing to be a celebrity, drive fancy cars, wear clothing that does not feel good to you or support the planet. For this is an illusion and takes you away from your highest self. In the fifth dimension, there is community, working together for the highest good and happy feelings through the mind and body. This will be a time of taking care of the earth and implementing new ideas to sustain all life in a healthy and loving way. There will be a few years of cleanup on the planet, and every soul will have some part in this project. The air, water, and land will be cleaner and return to a more sustainable environment. New Age stages. This new age will come in stages. Peace and kindness are recognized. Senses and gifts are activated and made known to oneself, thus moving into a oneness mentality. Cleanup of the earth and new technologies integrate to sustain all life. Awakening occurs with other dimensions and lands. Levitating, telepathy, and remembrance of astral travel becomes common. As the planet begins to heal and cleanse, beautiful events will begin to unfold. Rainbows will be common in the valleys and lands. They will bring in clearing and healing to those that need a refill of energy. Trees, plants, rocks, and minerals will have a glow of light around them. Humans will begin to reevaluate how they spend their time. As this happens, do not be hard on yourself with negative thoughts. Humans are experiencing the most incredible shift known in all universes. This has never been done before at this velocity, going from the third to fifth dimension while people are awake and becoming more aware. Throughout the stages in 5D, fairies and elementals will show themselves. There will be laughter and fun once more. Life will be exciting, and you will learn many new things. You will be in nature and connecting to all that is daily. As humans begin to shift their awareness and increase their vibration, this will allow other beings to enter the fifth dimension. Dragons will enter once again along with the unicorns. Both of these animals are wise, peaceful creatures and will take the ones that are in the fifth dimension into higher realms. The fifth dimension has its own signature frequency. At this level, there is a huge amount of growth in one's spiritual knowledge and advancement. This is one of the most joy-filled dimensions to be in, as there is freedom in who you are as you awaken to love while being in a physical vessel. In the fifth dimension, there is also a rising of energy in all that you do. The body responds to this higher frequency by living longer and looking younger. There are not as many ailments in the mind and body, as the negative emotions do not exist here. The fifth dimension holds light and love in a higher frequency than the third dimension. With this love and light, you will attract a soulmate, without the use of dating apps that you have now on Earth. No matchmakers are needed, as you will feel who is aligned with you and who is not. There is a deep level of respect and honor with your partner, and that alignment is held in the highest degree of love. In the fifth dimension, there is also a deep respect and honor for all life. There is especially an interest in listening to what others have to offer. The insecurity of having to talk to another when there is silence will be eliminated, for you will enjoy the stillness while being in the presence of another. All life is precious and sacred. In the fifth dimension, an honoring of one's soul, the uniqueness of who they are, comes to the forefront. There will be timeline shifts as humans move into the fifth dimension. As the light increases, one can bend time to their advantage to help if more time is needed in an exam or if you're running behind to an appointment. Time will bend for you, and in return, you will be able to channel the light into your being and spread it out into the world, giving back with gratitude. You see, energy is light. Light is consciousness. Consciousness is all that is. We are all energy, light, and consciousness. We are all that is. Once there is an understanding of your gifts, consciousness comes in and expands your awareness. This is the beginning of exciting possibilities and new adventures. This is where you take your life by the reins and create your reality, for you are your own creator. Yes, there is guidance and support along the way, as you are never truly alone. However, there is a newfound confidence that grows in your being with who you are and what you have to offer. You begin to relax more and enjoy what is around you. You revel in being around others as they are being their authentic selves in return. You can now be yourself completely without judgment and ridicule. The laws of the universe are simple. We are all divinely connected. Be kind to oneself and one another. Love is the key to all life. This will be echoed out into the fifth dimension. There is an opportunity for growth and expansion in the fifth dimension. There's also the feeling that everything looks a bit rosier, as this is what happens in the fifth dimension. You will feel the energy is different and not as heavy and dense as the 3D. The fourth dimension is one of transition. Many of you now are going through the fourth dimension with seeing or integrating pockets of the 5D. In the fourth dimension, you learn to set healthy boundaries, and most importantly, who you can release from your life. Who doesn't make you feel good? Who do you have a hard time being around and do not feel as though you can fully be yourself? This is the dimension to let go. This must be done to move into the fifth dimension. The fourth dimension is the place where you learn to integrate the higher frequencies of the fifth dimension. This is a time when your body is also adjusting and changing to the light. There can be many ascension symptoms during this time, and people will begin to wake in fear. Many will go to the doctor and wonder why they hear ringing in the ears, experience headaches and pains in the body. Some will feel pressure on their head or third eye, experience increased hunger, or have no appetite at all. These are only a few of the ascension sensations humans will go through as the light increases and people begin to awaken. Going through the tools of self-care will lessen the symptoms and help alleviate them if they reoccur. The tools of self-care. Walking amongst the trees. Spending time around trees resets one's own body, mind, and spirit, and helps ground the energy into your base chakra. Meditation. Being in stillness, bringing the light into the body, connects you with all that is. Drinking alkaline water. This will help flush out any toxins that may have built up from the increased energy waves and replenish the body with stabilization. Exercising. Light exercise such as walking, yoga, qigong, or swimming will help move the energies through the body. Rest. There will be times of great exhaustion with the amount of light increasing into the earth. The body will need an additional amount of time to rest at different moments in your ascension. As masses of people awaken, the time has come to join together, communicate with one another, and feel what resonates within for you to move forward. There are dark truths that have been played out for far too long on this planet. The truths will now see the light to be set free for all to hear and know. The time of awakening and change is here. Time of connection. This is a time of connection, both individually and collectively. The blessings that humans currently have is technology, which keeps a global link with one another. Through this connection, information will be shared with all to receive hopeful, positive knowledge about the occurrences around your planet. Currently, corporations and tech giants have all the power and control. This will shift, and their power will be no more in the years to come. This has to do with information coming forward that shows a creation of deception, power, and greed they have maintained. Once humanity awakens to the tipping point of balance, this is when these beings will lose their power and be held responsible for centuries of old paradigms on this planet and galaxy. When the majority of the population is positive and not focused on the mainstream media, there will be another shift This shift is bringing awareness and understanding that what you listen to and pay attention to in your life creates your reality and affects your energy. Creating your world with positivity, being mindful of who surrounds you and what you listen to, will help create your reality with fulfillment, joy, and happiness. This is also taking responsibility for your energy. As you continue to expand and grow, there will be less attachment to outcomes, as all that is needed is in the present moment. There are many worlds, dimensions, and species out in the universe and multiverse. You all have experienced many lifetimes and will continue to experience many more. These past lives may have been on Earth and on other planets as another species. Some of you chose to experience different forms on each planet, expanding your awareness, such as living your life in another light form, such as an animal, tree, or mineral. We want all to know that by being eternal, there's much to experience and enjoy within many different timelines, dimensions, and light. In each lifetime, the physical vessel that you are in holds a piece of your highest self. On Earth, there are many different shapes and sizes to a human body, and letting go of the ideal perception of what one body looks like will be released as the world and energy continue to rise. Enjoy the process of aging. With gratitude for your body, this can help shift your experience with how you live and love your life. With each year that passes by, it is another year to celebrate your experiences, growth, and knowledge. Layers of growth. Let's begin to take a look at the layers of oneself in the Ascension process. It is exciting to be able to experience each level, and it does not mean that someone is better if they are on a higher level. Everyone is on their own journey of growth and has experienced and endured many events and circumstances in each lifetime. There are many levels of growth. Here are 10 levels to help differentiate where you are on your path. Level 1. In Level 1, you are sleeping and unaware. One goes along with society and its distractions. You are not aware of the spiritual world. The veil of forgetfulness surrounds you. You may eat heavier foods, party, drink alcohol, have a job that you don't like, and you may feel stuck. You can feel like there is no way out, and one may not feel fulfilled or happy. Level 2. In Level 2, awareness starts to slowly seep in. Events may trigger you to look at life a bit differently. There can be patterns that arise in one's life that you begin to look at and question. There is a small amount of expansion and less rigidity in one's life. A self-help book may intrigue you, and you may start to bring a little bit of exercise or movement into your life. You may help others once in a while. However, you can still have the feeling of being stuck or not going anywhere. There will also be moments of laughter, and you may begin to notice the beauty of the world around you. Level 3. In Level 3, you begin to look for help. You start searching for ways to change and open up. This could include going to a therapist or a channeler and listening to their suggestions and guidance. You may begin to change your eating habits and start to bring consistent movement into the body. You may feel inclined to read more information on different topics, expanding your awareness. This is the level where you are in the beginning stages of searching. Searching for what? more self-knowledge and growth within oneself and the universe. Level 4. In level 4, your searching starts to become consuming. You are a sponge for information. You may enroll in courses that intrigue you. You may travel and go to different places wanting to learn about other cultures and various ways of living and being. You will be reading books, watching documentaries, taking courses, and discovering who you are. Level 5. In level 5, you are gaining perspective and opening the mind to what is happening beyond the veil. Awareness has opened to knowing that you are not alone in the universe. Your process has begun to work on oneself through forgiveness, releasing, clearing, and healing. Level 6. In level 6, an awakening occurs for you. An awakening that you are here for a higher purpose to learn and grow your soul. Your innate gifts begin to come forward, and you are diving deep to learn about yourself through astrology, past lives, meditation, healing, and channeling. Level 7. In level 7, you go through the layers of energy that are now affecting the body with the awakenings that are occurring. Planetary alignments, solar flares, geomagnetic storms, light downloads, and high solar winds are but a few examples of higher frequencies that you may feel throughout the body. You begin to look at self-care tools to help you through these times and notice the difference in how you feel when they are implemented and maintained. Level 8. In level 8, you want to help others, and you feel this deeply. You want to give back through service. This could be in a variety of ways: volunteering, teaching, donating money, or offering pro bono services. There is a mindful awareness that we are all connected, and you become aware of how powerful your thoughts are. Healing has taken place in the many levels of your being and soul, and you are aware of the inner work that needs to be released and cleared before fully giving back to others. Level 9. In level 9, the synchronicities and signs happen often, if not daily. There is love for all, and a higher perspective is bestowed on all situations and events. Manifestation is occurring, and you are aware you are a part of Source. You can create and make a difference in your world and the world around you. Level 10. In level 10, you are connected to all that is. You are detached from outcomes, and you know who you are as a spiritual being. You are an enlightened being. You are creator. You are source. You have merged with your highest self, and the movement for unity for all flows through you.